This episode of the What's Happening Delco podcast is sponsored by Delco Meets for Business. Check us out on Meetup at Delco Meets, the number 4 business, and attend one of our incredible networking events. Be sure to register, and we'll see you there. What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today I'm joined by Cheryl Silvestri of FACE2FACE Skin. Cheryl, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Rich. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Cheryl, what is FACE2FACE Skin?
FACE2FACE Skin is a skin lounge that we have, and it's located above Chameleon Salon on State Road in Media. I actually am a licensed esthetician. I'm an advanced skin therapist and an educator. I also do brows. I'm a permanent makeup artist, and I specialize in customized skincare. I blend like science, and I have my own skincare line actually, which I actually refer to that as farm to table, but PHARM, which all of my products are manufactured and distributed right out of Westchester, Pennsylvania from a pharmaceutical company. So that's local as well.
How did all that get started for you? How did you say, I want to become an esthetician? I want to give people that healthy skin, that healthy glow. How did all that seed, how did it get planted?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm 59, and at the age of 14, I was going to a gentleman in Wilkes-Barre, actually, then getting my hair cut. And he was cutting my hair, and sadly, he had lost his wife, and he had 2 boys. And he asked me if I would, be interested in babysitting his children and helping him. And actually he had me work at the salon as well. So before I knew it, it was kind of like I was almost like his little nanny. So I was working his business, I was helping raise his sons. And he just introduced me. He was a great mentor at the time. And I actually bought my first facial cleanser at his hair salon. It was a Redken Amino Pond. And from there, my passion just grew. And when I knew that I wanted to get into skincare, I checked into it, and there wasn't a separate course. You would have to take the whole cosmetology course back then. So what I did in the 80s, late 80s, actually, I got my manicuring license in New Jersey. And that really opened the door for me into the industry, because I went from being a manicurist, and then I met my husband at the time, and he was from Media, Pennsylvania. And that's how I ended up in Delaware County. And there was a spa called the Day Spa at Skin Deep on Providence Road, which was the first holistic spa in the area. So when I knew I wanted to get into the industry, the one day I started to look in the newspaper for a job, and I couldn't believe it. It was like something fell from the sky. There was this ad that said, manicurist needed, but person must be willing to learn waxing and body treatments. And I was like, wow, like this was meant for me. And she was so ahead of her time. Like I said, it was the early 90s. And here she was with this holistic spa and media. She had a state of the art wet room. And when I went to work for her, she just trained me in the industry. So then by the time I was trained with her, one of the local schools started a separate skincare course. You are now able to take skincare aesthetics separate from cosmetology. So that's really how it started. That was the very beginning for me. And it's been a passion of mine ever since. And there's so much more that is added onto that, actually.
You used a word twice, holistic.
Yes.
What separates something that you would go to that is holistic and not holistic?
The alternative treatments that are offered. At that time, sculptured nails and acrylic nails were very popular. So at the holistic spa, we were not allowed to do anything that had chemicals or treat people with chemicals. No drills, no electric, anything. I mean, we had this hydroculator that literally we would fill with herbs. We used to have to wear those hot mitts on our hands so that we could go into this hydroculator and put sheets in water with herbs. So everything was holistic. There was nothing artificial at all about the spa.
What can people expect when they come to you, Cheryl, at Face to Face Skin?
Oh gosh, great energy, a lot of fun. It's just somewhere for some reason people come in and honestly, they don't really want to leave. They want to know what they can come back for. We have a great atmosphere. I have my treatment room, but upstairs on the second floor, we have a whole area that people could just really, it's kind of an apartment for them. They come there, it's beautiful pink velvet couches. It's just gorgeous. And I also work with a lot of stylists that are downstairs. And it's just like these women and this culture that have banded together, and everyone who comes in the door just wants to stay with us and hang out. So really, that's what you can expect. Just being taken care of.
You shared a list of a number of services that you provide.
Mhm.
As you've seen the industry change and grow from that initial inception from the beginning, what is it now? What is the cutting edge? What are people saying, I heard about this, or you've now heard about this, and you want to bring that to their world?
I think the big cutting edge thing right now for me is the permanent makeup and the tattooing of eyebrows. Like if you ask any woman who really doesn't have a full set of eyebrows, when they wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is they go to the mirror and they put on their eyebrows. Not realizing that now, I mean, years ago when you did like tattooing of eyebrows, they were permanent. So the ink that was utilized, it stayed. Now you just get a shading, and it saves women's lives. I mean, people are so happy because they wake up in the morning, now they look in the mirror and they already have eyebrows. That's a big deal for women. So that's a big cutting edge for me, because now the ink that is used, it's shaded and it lasts up to 2 years. I have women who look in the mirror after I do this service for them and they cry. They literally cry. I had a woman just 2 weeks ago, it gives me the chills. She works with us. She was the second owner, actually, of the salon. She looked in the mirror after I did her eyebrows and she just had tears. And she told me, she said, I got a flashback. I got a flashback of myself about 20 years ago. It's huge. It's huge. I don't think people realize how much you touch the actual core of someone doing this work. I do every day, more than one person. I mean, I'm hands on with people. There's days I could touch 10 different people, and that's a lot. It really is. It's a beautiful thing.
Our appearance, that outwardly perception of what we give the world to see back to us. And from that standpoint, what you're saying is it's confidence, it's the way we feel about ourselves in our environment today. I think a lot of it is we're at war with different chemicals and preservatives and all these things that may be in our food. As an esthetician, how do you help combat that? What can we do? What can we find that says, hey, listen, all these years of that environment that we're in, the food we're eating, even the bedding we sleep on, how do you combat that?
It's difficult because in this industry, there are two sides to it. There really are. You have your people who are really looking for the holistic, the green and clean, and then you have people who want result driven. So it's really knowing your client and what they're looking for, because it's all about satisfying them. But unfortunately, you can't satisfy someone who is on both sides. And that's where the discrepancies come into play in my industry lately, because you can't be green and clean and so result driven, expecting to look 20 when you're 50. It just doesn't work that way, because you are utilizing chemicals. And listen, I'm not against either side. I love both. I love blending it. Um, I definitely feel that a lot of people spend a lot of money on green and clean and products. And I really try to just tell them, hey, instead of going to the store and looking for this avocado mask, go to your refrigerator and mash up an avocado. it's going to do the same thing for you. But a lot of people will say, well, I want the results. Well, you're going to get the results from an avocado on its own, the same that you'll get from an $80 avocado mask that you're buying in the store, because an avocado is not going to give you the results as if you're looking to look younger. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the two don't really go hand in hand. And that's where the discrepancies come into play for my industry, for sure.
It's all about marketing. It's all
Absolutely.
about that idea that this is the sensationalism versus this is a reality.
Correct.
And what you can expect from that, let's say the avocado, or let's say the very expensive avocado mask that you may buy off the shelf.
Correct. It's difficult. But this is the thing. I mean, you can also get great results out there as well with certain products if you're willing to be okay with some preservatives and things like that, which a lot of people, when they're clean, they don't want those. But you have to understand, to have a shelf life of a product, it has to have preservatives and stabilizers in there. And they're not all harmful either. They're really not.
Can you share the line of pharma to table or pharma to skin that you created?
It's face to face skin. It's face to face skin. And I get it. The best thing for me, like what I like about that, is every product has a shelf life. The cleaner the product is, the shorter the shelf life is. Okay. So you have to understand, when we have these large companies that are manufacturing these products, they're going from being formulated. Okay. And then they're distributed. And then they're in a warehouse. And then they're making it to the store. And then you get, I don't know if you've ever seen a product, you'll see a little cosmetic jar on the product, and it might have a number 6 in it, and it might have a number 12 in it, or an 18. Well, what that means, that's PAO, that's period after opening. So when you open that product, if it has a 6 in it, that means the product will be good for 6 months from that point. But what they're starting to find now, the cleaner the products are, they're good 6 months from the time it's formulated. So now we have an issue. Okay. The cleaner the product you buy, you have to really focus on, where did it come from? How long has it been in the warehouse? How long has it been sitting on the shelf? So this is why I love what I do with my products, because my products don't sit on a shelf. I call my person, I put my order in, she formulates it for me, and it comes to my spot from the same, like 20 minutes away. That's like unheard of. That is a very niche boutique style farm to table product. So that's why I love it. It makes a lot of sense. It really, it's huge. I don't think people realize how huge that is. It's huge.
I
Very.
think what you just talked about,
Mhm.
I'm going to agree with you. It's huge. It's the same idea as that bottle of water that you
Mhm.
grabbed.
Mhm.
Let's say at your convenience store.
Mhm.
How long has that water been in that bottle? How many cycles of heat and different kind of environments did that go through? That water could be in that bottle for a year. And what you say is true. I mean, I'm going to go start looking at all my little vials and bottles and say, from a standpoint, what is that number on there? But we used to be an agrarian society where everything came from our
Yeah.
locale.
Yes.
And if you're getting it from, let's say, Westchester, which is not in Delco, so we won't hold that against you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I
But
didn't.
if you're getting it from at least a 20 some mile radius, everything in there, even the pollination that went into whatever the formula of the botanicals and all that, it's here in our environment. There's so much that brings to our world. That's so valuable.
It's so valuable. It is so valuable. It really is. Really is.
Cheryl, how do you learn more? How do you keep up with trends? Who mentors you?
Oh gosh, who mentors me? I have different mentors all the time. I feel like I've had a few mentors in my life. I really have. And the first one, like I said, was the gentleman whose salon I worked at and watched his children. And then my second huge mentor was Mary Ann Delenti, and she's the one that opened Skin Deep. And I feel like she was so ahead of herself. And she taught me so much. Even when I did get to finally go to skincare school, I can tell you that I was actually teaching my classmates because I learned so much already from Marianne, that I was able to share that with the students as well. Um, my mentor, then I had Ro, who was the second owner of Chameleon. Chameleon is on their third owner. That's been in business for 38 years. And I've gone full circle with them a couple times. It's amazing, the women that are there. Yeah, I just have a lot of different mentors. I mean, I think that we learn from each other all the time, all the time, all the time.
Your services, are they open just to the ladies, or do you have services for men, teens, tweens, somewhere in there too?
Everything, every person. I have had teenagers with acne. I've had mothers bring their daughters in just to help them with maybe, eyebrows and things, like just different things girls go through. I have men don't tell anyone, are easier to work on. I'm teasing, but yeah, I do have a lot of men. Absolutely. I have, yeah, teenage boys, teenage girls. We do parties for little girls as well. They come, they soak their feet, they decorate cupcakes and get manicures and things like that. So it's all ages. It really is. It's really nice.
What are some of the services that men get to partake of at the studio?
Okay. Definitely like facial waxing, eyebrow cleanup, a lot of ear waxing, nose waxing, back waxing, chest. I do facials on men as well. Absolutely. I mean, everybody, it doesn't matter if you're man or woman, at the age of 30, your skin turnover starts to slow down. Okay. Then when you're in your 40s, it's slowing even more. By the time you're in your 50s, it completely stops. So we need to continue turning that over. So it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, everybody could definitely benefit from a skin treatment. Absolutely.
Cheryl, how do people connect with you? How do they find you?
They can find me on Instagram, actually. And, you can also contact Chameleon Salon. I have my own website as well, which is FACE2FACEskin.com. And just, via Messenger. Actually, I have a business Facebook page as well.
Now, on those socials, is it face to face skin? Is there underscores? Is anything there that would create some sort of a cleverness to that?
Okay, it is FACE2FACE Skin, and it's the number 2. Face number 2, face skin.
Cheryl, you're out and about in Delco and you have a cheesesteak craving. Where are you going for your cheesesteak?
Oh gosh, where am I going for my cheesesteak in Delco? Oh God, that's a tough question. I'm supposed to be able to answer that. I actually have had a really, really good cheesesteak at Larry L. Okay. And on State Street. Are you familiar with Larry L?
I can say that is one that has not come up before, and we have not had one. No.
What did I tell you? I'm going to give you answers that have never come up before.
All right, you've satisfied that cheesesteak craving. Where are you going for pizza?
Oh God, again, you're getting me on that. Okay, Delco, I'm going to say Little Anthony's.
What do you like on your pizza? What are your topping go-tos?
Oh, depending on where I am, my topping go-tos, my gourmet toppings would be artichokes, roasted peppers, and olives.
I'll tell you, that's appealing to me. That sounds like a delicious pizza right there.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
You're out and about and you have a convenience store need. Where are you stopping? Wawa or Royal Farms?
Oh, I don't pass any Royal Farms. It's Wawa. I mean, I am not a Wawa girl, but I've had no choice but to become a Wawa girl.
Cheryl, how do you describe Delco to someone who's never been here or has not heard of Delco before?
Delco, I think, is a very tight-knit county and community. Like I said, I grew up in Luzerne County, and it's got some similarities, but I think it's definitely larger, and everyone really just kind of bands together like their family, for sure.
I bet if we drove through Luzerne County, we would not see a Luzerne County flag outside somebody's house.
I don't know about that. Probably not.
You have friends or family coming in from out of town and you want to give them or take them to that Delco experience. Where are you sending them or where are you taking them?
I am definitely going to take them into media, and we're probably going to head to, oh, am I going to take them and have some services done first at Chameleon and Face2Face Skin, of course. And then I would probably take them to dinner at like Stevens or my favorite restaurant in media is La Belle Epoque. I have to say it. I love my little French cafe. Absolutely.
Cheryl, is there anything we haven't talked about today on the podcast? Anything you want listeners to know more about you or more about Face2Face Skin?
Not really. I mean, I would just love everyone to come see me. I mean, you'll leave happier than when you walked in, for sure. Absolutely.
You provide people with confidence. You
Mhm.
provide happiness and joy. Thanks for what you do to provide that to our Delco community. We look forward to seeing you out and about, changing lives. That's what you do. Make sure you like, share, and comment on Cheryl's socials. Do the same thing for What's Happening Delco. And thank you for being a friend of What's Happening Delco. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's Rich. Thank you so much for being a listener to the What's Happening Delco podcast. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to learn more about the people and businesses in our community. I have been a real estate agent for over 25 years, working with first-time home buyers to last-time home sellers. As a listener of the podcast, my gift to you is a complimentary 1-year American Home Shield home warranty. This is for buyers and sellers that I help. If you're looking to move anywhere in the United States, I have you covered with an amazing network of real estate agents. I look forward to hearing from you. My direct line is 215-313-3777, or you can email me at rshaneremax@comcast.net. Oh, by the way, I am never too busy for any of your referrals.